Hey, check this out. Pretty cool, huh? No? You don't like it? Well, check this out. Surprise! When we last left off, the Toa Nuba were defeated at the hands of the Paraka, and things were not looking well. The Matoran were enslaved, and they were going to be thrown into the volcano, Mount Valmai, and things were not looking good. Elsewhere, though, back in Metru Nui, Um, six Matoran, that would being Jaller, Holly, Huki, Luparu, Matoro, and Kongu, they discover the truth about like stuff going on that the Toa Nuva have left Metro because the Taraga kept this a secret from all the Matoran, and so they find out about it. Actually, they find out from Takanuva because Takanuva steals the personality of Takua, and Takua was sort of a loose lips. So he spilled the beans. They go confront the Taraga about this and stuff, and eventually the six of them, the Matoran, leave to go find the Toa, along with Takanuva. He goes with them, and so they're trying to go there, and they're going to uh, wherever it is they're going, and then somewhere along the way there's like an invisible wall that like keeps out light, and since Takanuva is a toe of light, he cannot walk through. And then once they go through, however, um, they the Matoran can't cross back over, so they have to keep going on, and Takanuva eventually returns to Metru Nui. Now, going back to Voya Nui, however, the Toa are being dragged to their death, getting ready to be thrown in. However, the mountain erupts, and so the Paraka who were carrying them like just drop them and run, and so the Toa barely make it out alive because uh, lava's like flowing down from the volcano, and so they just run they barely escape with their lives. And so, jumping back to the Matoran, I know this is really confusing, but in the book it's sort of like going back and forth and stuff like that. So they're still going on, and they're like in total darkness. And in fact, during one part, Matoro is like feeling around and stuff, and like he stumbles and he's reaching out and he feels someone's hand, and he believes it to be one of his friends. And then eventually they meet up and like they can see there's a light, and they're all can see each other. But then once they get there, he feels the hand slip away into the darkness. So it's like, whose hand was that? Back on Voyanui, however, the Toa go and uh, they reclaim their weapons and armor and stuff. No, I think somewhere along the way, yeah, and they actually team up with the six original Matoran who were on the island who were like fighting against the Paraka. And at first there's like a fight between them, and Gali even is driven mad until she's brought back to her senses by Axon. But they team up, and so they're going to go continue on and go to fight the Paraka after they, try to figure out everything that's going on. And unfortunately, I have to skip back to the Matoran from Metru Nui. Um, Eventually, they go to this weird place. There's like mantis crabs, and hot stuff is cold, and cold stuff is hot. It's weird. And apparently, it's called the Island of Karzani, based on well, actually, the actual Karzani is there, and originally it was thought that he was a myth, but it turns out that he's actually true, meaning that Artaka, another legend, who's sort of like the counterpart, sort of like the Matanui to Makuta, if you want to think of it like that. Um, so so he's there, and he's sort of like making Matoran his slaves, and the ones who don't really do what he wants, they sort of turn to stone. Well, it's more so a counteraction of laziness, as he puts it. So he goes there, and at first they're really being defiant up to him, and except he has a mask of sort of like, in a way, it's sort of illusion, but he sort of shows you possible what if outcomes. Like, what if Takua died instead of Jalar? So the Toe of Light never would have come to be. The Army of Darkness would have marched over. Makuta would have won, and stuff like that. So Jalar's will is broken, and he also takes all their masks, including Jalar's, which is the one which he got from Toa Vakama, who got it from Toa Likan right after he died. So yeah, he just lost that. Um, and so yeah, basically Holly is serving as his chronicler, telling him about the outside world because he has no idea what's going on, especially the fact that Matanui's dying. In fact, he has never even heard of Matanui or Makuta, and he's never heard of them at all. So it's really like news to him. Uh, and so eventually, the six of them regroup and they plan an escape. There actually is another Matoran there who made 6 canisters for Toa, and so they take that and they use it to escape. And Karzani's like right behind them, and he's trying to like capture them and bring them back. And so they barely escape. Again, the canisters, even though the Matoran who built them said that they were only meant for Toa, and anyone else, like Matoran, they would die from that. I'm not sure how. Maybe it's like the velocity and the impact and stuff getting shot up, and I don't know. So we'll jump back to the Toa and Matoran. Now, I'm not sure if I already mentioned or not, but Brutaka is working with, wait, I did mention it. Well, anyway, Brutaka is working with the Paraka, and so there's the big fight, like I was saying, that the Toa, Nuva, and the Matoran are going to face the Paraka. Now, Brutaka just happens to be there. In fact, there's even like a fight going on. The Paraka were fighting amongst themselves, literally. Like there was a big melee going on, and then the Toa just happens to come in there. Zaktan makes a promise with Brutaka, saying that if he takes down the Toa, he will give him all the uh, energy, which is, like I said before, Makuta, and he will even explain their secret. So I'm guessing that Brutaka doesn't know that's Makuta essence, maybe, I don't know. So with just one blow, he takes down all of the Matoran and the Toa Nuva. Like,